Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Call of Dragons, I want to talk about the season that we just entered into, because we actually queued, after doing our 2v4 fight, into a new season right away. And there's a bunch of reasons why I think that's a great idea. The biggest reason is because playing the seasons is fun, and waiting between seasons is not as fun. So, yeah, it's more fun to play seasons. We queued up for a new season, and here we are, ready or not. And we're going to be battling against TFS, which is pretty hype. I don't honestly know that much about them. I honestly don't know much about most of the folks that play this game, truth be told, other than the group that I play with, the people that I've allied with, and the people that I've fought against. So, I've never fought against TFS before, but the freak show is supposed to be pretty crazy. So let's talk about what happened for the matchmaking. I was not involved in the conversations, nor did I have any interest in being involved in the conversations. But it is a 3v3, and the power is relatively equal. The number of tier 5s has a slight difference, but it's close enough. And the side that has more tier 5s has lower power tier 5s. So all that to say, by a metric standpoint, it's pretty close. I don't know that those are the most important metrics for gauging how fair a matchmaking is. Anyways, what I think is perhaps better is the map locations. And the map locations for the allies in the setup here is pretty good. I think activity is the number one indicator for how a group will perform. But anyways, let's get a look here. So we're number 41, and TFS is 40 over here. So we're actually going to have a zone fight against TFS almost immediately, which is kind of crazy, right? Like immediate zone fight. Should be very fun. Very much looking forward to that. We have an ally with us over here. I say with us because this zone over here will gain entry to and get set up in together with our allies. Kingdom 40, TFS, they're allied with 249. And so they'll go into this zone with their allies. So far, everything about this map setup makes sense. And in the next zone, things get kind of interesting. You've basically got a double sandwich situation. We're allied with 57. Okay, that is Nightfall, NF57. And they're allied with 110, which is Rogue, who we fought against last season in the insane 2v4. We saw them only very briefly, sort of toward the end of the season. It's my understanding that even though they were our opponents, we formed some pretty cool bonds with them over the last season. So I was actually super surprised we were fighting against them in this one. But yes, that is the situation. So it's 41, 5, and 57 versus 110, 249, and 40. And it is a symmetric map setup. The only weirdness will be what happens in this zone, because this zone is not shared among allies. It's shared among folks that are going to be fighting. So this is going to be some amount of hold you expect each of these kingdoms to do until their allies kind of come and, well, actually, until they get sandwiched. They're going to get sandwiched. So, if they do an even split of the zone, a big hypothetical, okay? The next thing that happens is that I guess each of these guys probably puts their focus onto the sides, because, our ally would attack through here, they would attack through there. This zone is going to be crazy. I don't know what's going to happen here. A lot could happen. But the weirdness of this map is it's clearly designed for, 2v2v2. But I don't generally players are not going to ally that way. And I think in general, a free-for-all KVK does not lead to fun outcomes. I've literally never in my 6+ years of covering this genre seen that happen. So I think this is a good way to divvy up this map. So with that said, I think this is going to be a pretty fun season. And yeah, I mean, it's time to slay some trolls. I'm currently rank 143 and I have spent all my CP. So I feel like done my maximum contribution. I'll spend more CP as we get closer to reset, but Yeah, I mean, I hoarded up a ton of this CP. I spent it only here, and I did how I did. I don't know how people did so much higher. I don't know how they like held up as much CP as they did here. That's actually kind of insane. But maybe they were saving for longer, or who knows what. But I will point out that the way you get points for this seems to have changed. And now I think that running around smashing trolls is the best way to get points. So that's what I did. Doing the rallies, it was obviously very time consuming, but the good news is that I think everybody participating in the rally now contributes points to the realm, which is good. So farms can join into these rallies and score points. And it used to be like a 1+1 rally lead plus a joiner, but I think now you could have a bunch of people in the rally. So seems good. Rallying to defeat elite trolls. Realm points are calculated based on the number of participating legions. If 3 legions participate, the rally earns 12,000 realm points. The maximum per rally is 32. So up to 8 people joining the rally, each one is getting, I guess, full points for the realm? Question mark? So that seems good if that's the case. It says 8,000. Oh, the reason it says 8,000 down here, not 4, is because you have to have 2 people in a rally to run it. Okay. Yes, that does all make sense. I understand now. So that all seems really good. So I literally just was going and defeating shadow trolls, not the elite shadow trolls. Defeat 1 shadow troll with 5 legions to gain 5,500 personal realm points. So what they're saying here is that each legion that hits gets the full amount of points, which is awesome, because that's what I was doing. And hopefully you can do this with other people as well. Like, it shouldn't split them. I suppose I could have tested that. If it splits them, that would be really annoying. If you did it with another player and it split them. I would hope that that's not the case. All in all, an interesting change. And I noticed, by the way, the like spawn rate of these trolls is insane in a good way now. Like, look, I'm not trying to spend like 50 gazillion hours on this activity. This is good. This is very, very, very good. Like, I respect this, right? The thing I really like about Pet Party is that I used to, this is going to sound insane, but when pets first came out, I'd spend a couple hours a day going into finding like the highest level pet of the desired type. And a complaint that I sort of levied was like, how many hours per day am I supposed to spend hunting pets? Actually asking, right? And this dramatically reduced the time and also gets you a pet right outside your city and gives you more pet capture attempts. Pet Party is honestly a triumph. And so I mention this in the context of all these trolls spawning because, like, yes, this is how it should be, man. Like, if I want to spend my CP, and I have a lot of it, smash through them. And that is, as it turns out, the best way to do it now, which is pretty cool. So I'm very much looking forward to this season. Going into this season, I'm feeling like I'm in a pretty good spot for how my roster has progressed. I suppose I could make a video talking about the marches I plan to use in the sort of open field. And the biggest sort of area of progression is very obviously with these exemplars. And I was able to kind of shoot the moon on a couple things, which was really incredible. I can't remember if I recorded it for the video, but I ended up picking up a Thunder Elegy. I think I did have this in a video. So I'm going to start using that. I do need to get a Gilded Crossbow. And many of you are like, how do you not own this thing already? Basically, I didn't buy it when it came out. And my mindset was, well, I'm just going to buy things when they come out. And then either like I'm doing it the day I get day one value, or I skip it. And I skipped it because at the time, you know, nobody knew how good Magzay was going to be. And now we know Magzay is like the GOAT. And yeah, wishing I had this, but I'm going to have to go get one because, like, even just at the first level of this, now it's very, very good because it's got those extra percentage points of damage dealt and damage taken reduction. And like just that in and of itself will make it better than kind of what I'm doing with Shadow Blades, presumably. All right. So that's kind of the game plan there. And I am sitting at pity, so I think I'm going to take shield here and do one more recruit. The only thing I'm like trying to sort out, well, anyways, yeah, there's all kinds of sort out. But I think I take shield as my pity. Tempting to do Wolf Howl, but I don't actually own one of those yet. But I think Wolf Howl is really good. I own this Oath of the Storm Peak, but it's like spends 99.9% of the time benched, truth be told. Gold Crest would be very tempting. Anyways, I'm off on a tangent. You enjoyed the vid, throw a like on here, subscribe. Should be a very fun season. Very much looking forward to it. Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.